Guten Morgen, muchachos. How are you doing? Welcome back to Football Digest Daily. My name is Nyash. Hope you're having a fantastic Monday. Now, over the weekend, of course, we had match day, what? Is it 11 of the Premier League going on, English Premier League going on? And boy, what a game week it was, man. Some shockers in there, especially what happened to Manchester City. Now, let's just get into it. There was no early kickoff fixtures on this match day, so all the fixtures began at 6 p.m. In that 6 p.m., we had likes of Brentford versus Bournemouth, of which Brentford did win 3-2. What a game. Fantastic game. West Ham drew 0-0 with Everton. Who else were playing at that point in time? There are some other teams that I don't really give two rats about. Wolves versus Southampton. Wolves won that game 2-0. About time they got a W. Fantastic goal as well by Matthias Cunha. Goddamn. Really good goal. I need to say also, in the Brentford-Bournemouth game, there were some really good goals. Yes, so Bournemouth coming from beating Arsenal and beating Manchester City, and now they got beat by Brentford. But yeah, at least Brentford won. We know Brentford do not win away from home. They only score the first, but they don't hold out the win. So there was that. I think there was also another game being played at 6 p.m. on Saturday. There were, I think, 4 games. I can't recall the other one. Then late kickoff, 8:30 p.m. Not late kickoff. The 8:30 p.m. kickoff, we had Manchester City going to Brighton, and boy, we were always telling Brighton, like, yo, we just want you guys to beat Manchester City. Manchester City are there for the taking. Manchester City have a makeshift defense that just can't hold water. I think they had Rico Lewis as the right back. No. Yes, Rico Lewis as the right back. Some guy they called Passe, but some people will call him Pussy. Passe. Who else was he holding fort with? What is the name of this other guy? I can't recall the other guy. And then there was Gvardiol. So a makeshift backline for sure. And yeah, I mean, they scored first courtesy of Haaland. And then, of course, Brighton got themselves back. And I was watching that game like, Brighton, come on. Because they were cooking. If you watch Brighton, you know they do cook. No, they do cook for sure. They were cooking against Liverpool, but they did not, eventually get over the line. But they eventually did get over the line against Manchester City. And I was like, yes, this is what the doctor ordered. Especially when they scored the equalizer. A bit of a scuffle before they scored it. Joao Pedro, who's actually, I think he came off the bench to score. But a bit of a scuffle, but eventually he scored it. And then I think he assisted O'Reilly, who scored the winner for Brighton. Now I was going berserk at that point in time. Mind you, that Saturday was my birthday. Yes, so I wanted all that and then some. So after that, I was like, all right, so Villa have done the thing. Now it's up to Aston Villa. And of course, Manchester City losing back-to-back games in the Prem. Those are 4 straight losses in all competitions. They got beat by Tottenham. Then they went and got beat by Bournemouth. Then they went and got beat by Sporting Lisbon. I beg your pardon. And then they have now lost to Brighton. The first time in his managerial career, in Pep's managerial career, that he has lost 4 games in a row. That's a new rock bottom. He has never gotten into such situations. So yeah, it's looking good, man. Of course, when I saw that, I was like, all right, fine. So Manchester City have gotten beat. This is now Arsenal's chance to capitalize on this, right? When we play next day on Sunday. Then, of course, after that, we had Aston Villa going to Anfield. And, man, what a game that was as well. I mean, and you got to give it up to Liverpool, man. They are very rapid on the counter-attack. Like, they had several chances on the counter-attack, and the one they actually did capitalize on was like, oh, my daisy, man, da. So I think there was a defender who took down Mo Salah. It was a corner kick for Aston Villa. And I think Aston Villa had committed everybody in that corner kick. They only had, like, I think 2 or 1 outfield players. And then, of course, counter-attack breaks out for Liverpool, and it's Mo Salah versus 1 defender, and then there was Darwin Núñez on the other side, left-hand side. Take it, bro. Like, I was like, either Mo Salah goes and scores this, or this just looks like a goal to me. And then Mo Salah, of course, was taken by the defender, who should be lucky that they scored, because had they not scored, that's a red card. That would have been a red card, because that was a denial of a goal-scoring opportunity, in my opinion. So, yeah, took him down. Then, of course, Mo Salah just in time made the ball to Darwin Núñez, who rounded off the keeper, and man, of course, slotted in the back of the net, 1-0 Liverpool. And I gotta be honest, hii weekend makipa wamekatwa. Yo, makipa wamekatwa. Yo, I've seen so many goals this weekend where people are just rounding off the keeper and just putting it into an empty net. Fantastic to see. So 1-0 to Liverpool. And then, of course, a lot of huffing and puffing from Aston Villa, where I thought they would get back. They never really got back. John Duran came on. He didn't really do much, but he kind of tried. And then eventually they got the winner, courtesy of Mo Salah. I think, again, was it a counter-attack? And just when it's 2-0 now, it's just like, yeah, that's it. Aston Villa have gotten beat. And now Villa also have lost back-to-back games. And now Liverpool, of course, went 5 points clear at the top from Manchester City. You get me? Because now they have 28. Manchester City have 23. So it's all up now to the Sunday peeps. That is the Arsenal who are playing against Chelsea. Chelsea who had just sunk Noah's Ark at the Conference League. And of course, for Arsenal, who had gotten their captain back and Declan Rice was declared fit again, we had to go there and win it. I mean, we have not lost there since 2018, but the last game was a draw. So I was hoping this is not going to be a draw. I was hoping we're going to get the W here because we really do desperately need to win. We didn't do that. But of course, before that, we had, of course, Manchester United playing against Leicester City where they won 3-0 comfortable. I've got to give it up to them. No losses under Ruud van Nistelrooy. Unfortunately, that was his last game. I don't know if he's going to get fired. I don't know if he's going to continue as an assistant to Amorim. Amorim apparently doesn't want him as an assistant. So, I don't know. They'll have to figure that out in the next 2 weeks. Then, of course, we are Tottenham hosting Ipswich. Now, if you ever doubted on how just stupid Spurs are, if you ever doubted that Spurs is the jabroni team of the Prem, I think this weekend has proved it. Spurs, they went on from beating Manchester City in the Carabao Cup, knocked them out. They came and spanked Aston Villa, a good one. I think 4-1. Then up next they have Ipswich. Ipswich wako huko downtown. We all know that. So you're like, Spurs, come on, this is it. This is the chance that you get to absolutely plow these tractors, right? They call them the tractor boys. Yo. Goddamn, Spurs actually did get beat by Ipswich, man. Ain't gonna lie. The first goal was actually very fantastic. Was really good. And then, of course, they conceded another, and then it's 2-0 to Ipswich. I'm like, no way. There is no way on earth Spurs are 2-0 down to Ipswich. Yo, they never got back. They scored one. We are Kutoa Machozi, but the game ended 2-1 in favor of Ipswich. I'm like, these jabronis. Typical of them. As that was happening, Nottingham Forest were getting clobbered by Newcastle. Now, Nottingham Forest had this knack of, I think they had won 3 games in a row and they had gotten themselves to 3rd in the league. And then, of course, they met Newcastle, who had just gotten back from beating Arsenal. Isak scored and assisted. Yeah, that guy. I don't know if he stays there past January, but, let's wait and see. But yeah, Newcastle won that game 3-1. Fantastic goals as well from Joe Linton. Yo, that was a banger for sure. Curled it with his left foot. Fantastic goal, not gonna lie. 3-1 win to Newcastle. And then from that point in time, I'm like, yeah, that's it, Arsenal. Go ahead and beat Chelsea, like the jabronis they are, and you go 3rd. And at least now we'll be 7 points below Liverpool. That's manageable. Nah. Well, we got in the game. First half, I don't think we scored any goal. A bit of a half and puff. A goal scored by, what do you call him, Kai Havertz, but it was chopped off for offside. But it could have been a legit goal, but it was not offside. Because I know Chelsea players were complaining, oh, it's a quick restart. That was unfair. That was not correct. Legals, and then, man, they are only lucky that he was offside. Otherwise, it could have been a clean goal. But yeah, in that first half, we never really got going, in my opinion. I just feel like there's just something lacking at Arsenal. Just something lacking. I don't know if it's not having a natural striker. I don't know. I'm clutching at straws here, but I just feel like there's some fluidity that we did not have in that game, especially in the first half. Second half, I feel like we had that fluidity. But again, so we scored, courtesy of Martinelli. Fantastic assist by Martin or the Black guy, my captain, absolutely cooked. Created more chances than anybody else in that pitch. So yeah, he's truly back. I mean, for a guy who's been out for like 2 months and then getting back and playing the way he did, high intensity for a full 90 minutes. Yo, Odegaard is something else. He's a beast, all right. Odegaard is a beast, man. I'm so happy he's back. So Kai Havertz never really got going as well. He almost got a chance to score, by the way, in the dying minutes. Why not for Trossard? So in the last dying minute of that game, Odegaard makes a pass to Saliba, who had overlapped, because, when Saliba overlaps, on the left-hand side, it's not looking good. We want to get a goal as quickly as possible. Saliba cuts it back, and then Trossard touches it, but he does not convert it. And then just past Trossard on that far end, ilikuwa ni Kai Havertz free as a goddamn bird. My God, I was so livid, man. I was so pissed off, man. Like I mentioned here earlier, Trossard is not making me happy. He's not. Trossard was the 12th man for Arsenal for some minutes last season. This season, he's playing for the goddamn rivals. Ain't gonna lie. Getting red cards and all that stuff. Giving away poor back passes. To that, oh boy, I could not believe it. We could have nicked it in the last kick of that ball. Why not for a man like Trossard, man? But I understand those Juice Saliba would have been offside and all that stuff. I have not seen that. I've not checked it really, to be honest. I was kind of livid, but yeah. So a draw again. I mean, an equalizer for Chelsea was a good goal by Pedro Neto. I don't get why we gave him all that space. It's Pedro Neto. I thought honestly, Kai Havertz and Martinelli could have done better there because the other two, he just got between Kai Havertz and Martinelli. And then he got the ball. And then once you get the ball, he just needs a minute. You know, Pedro Neto doesn't need much space. No. Just Kidogo space for him to take a shot. And it was a well-struck shot, and that's it. 1-1. I was pissed. Not gonna lie. I was really pissed. But that's what happened, man. So 1-1 to the Arsenal, and between Chelsea and Arsenal. And again, we can't lose there, but 2 games that we have not won. That's not good. I thought we were going to go there and win. Now we have 9 points behind Liverpool. We are 9 points behind Liverpool, 11 games in. That's terrible. Now we're asking Liverpool to lose 3 games, and that's not lose at all. And that's what I was saying in the podcast. We're putting ourselves in a situation where we'll have to go on some stupid run. Now I understand you've played Chelsea, you have played Villa, we have played Spurs, you have played City all away from home. We've played Newcastle away from home. And Liverpool, I think, have only played Arsenal, and they've only played Arsenal away from home. They played Chelsea at home. They played Aston Villa at home. Liverpool have not played. They have not played Spurs. They have not played Newcastle. They have not played Manchester City. So let's wait and see how that goes down. And I think for me, that's the only reason why I feel like we are not entirely out of the title race. The fact that you have played all these teams, and most of them you have played them away from home. That's the only reason why I feel like maybe you are still not done with with the race. So yeah, that's what's up. Also, of course, the other show that we did beat Barcelona. That's something we need to talk about, or we need to mention just so we know. Barcelona, of course, they are flying high, but yeah, they eventually got an L. And that was good to see for them to get humbled. So that's how the cookie crumbled this weekend. Of course, this week we shall be having the Extra Digest podcast. Be on the lookout for it. We're going on the international break, so 2 weeks of no club football. Basically, there's no club football next weekend. And then the other one, of course, there shall be club football. We shall have Nottingham Forest going to the Arsenal. We shall have some quite good games after that. I think we have a Manchester derby coming up. We have Man City versus Liverpool coming up. We have Manchester versus Arsenal versus Manchester United coming up. Amorim will be back at Manchester United. So yeah, and from then on, I mean, from when we come back to this, it's all the way till March when you have the next international break. So like 5 months of crazy football, man. And you go to the twilight stages of the group phase, of the league phase of the Champions League. So yeah, it's going to be a bumper one. So sit back, enjoy the break. When you come back, itakuwa marathon. That's what's up. For those subscribers.